One of my coachees got in touch with me and said, Nilesh, how do I discover what I really want? You know, without kind of achieving that thing and then getting there and realizing I didn't really want that, or starting that project and realizing that you didn't actually want to finish it, or maybe getting into a set of relationships that you didn't really want in the first place.
Okay, so you've got two decisions, big decisions. You're wondering what's meaningful. Do you go down path A or path B, route A or route B? But you don't really understand how to determine what's meaningful. How do I know if I'm on the right path? What steps can I take to bring more clarity to my life and my career? What do high performers, entrepreneurs, change makers do differently when it comes to taking steps in a purposeful direction? Welcome back to the Believe in Growth video broadcast. My name's Dr. Satguru, high performance coach and medical doctor. I appreciate you guys every week for showing up. I'm here for you to elevate you to your best, you entrepreneurs, change makers. And we're going to do that using the wisdom of compassion and the science of high performance. So let's get straight to it. Do we actually know what's meaningful to us? I mean, could you clearly articulate what it is that's meaningful? Meaning in our life can fluctuate. You can have a big, amazing vision. You can feel like, yes, this is meaningful. It's making a difference. I'm contributing to the world. But then you can also stagnate. And I had a big realization, a big aha recently, is that if you don't continually keep setting your vision 3 years out into the future, well, things stop feeling as meaningful. You become less effective. You can become negative, feel detached from your mission, detached from serving what's truly meaningful and what matters to you and other people. That clarity actually comes from implementation, from doing things, from moving in a direction. You receive more clarity. Clarity comes when you imagine a future that isn't quite there. You see, high performers, they think about clarity differently. They don't just think about who am I right now? What do I want right now? They think about it from a future focus. So if you right now are asking, how do I know what I want? How do I know if I'm moving in the right direction? Well, the first step is to imagine it. Einstein says imagination is more important than knowledge. Let that sit for a minute.
How do you want this area of your life to look like? Let's imagine 3 to 5 years on. Take a moment, you can even shut your eyes and visualize and just see what your mind's eye brings up when you focus on what you may want in the future. We know time and time again, I've done videos on this, how visualization can draw these experiences into your life, how your mind could at any 1 second pay attention to millions of bits of information. And with visualization, it helps with abstraction, connecting principles together. It helps with sensory integration. What's the window? What do you fundamentally want to see in the future? Get detailed. Understand what you want it to look, how you want it.
The second point, purpose. You know, I love to speak about purpose, and it's because the science is unequivocal, right? People who are purposeful, they have better heart health, they live longer, they're happier, they have better relationships. In fact, purpose is such an important factor in the blue zones in longevity. If you want to live forever, having a sense of purpose is like nature's way of keeping you happy and healthy.
Your why is very important, and your why will differ from piece to piece, whether we're talking about your mission or your love relationship, whether you're talking about your finances. And this is some statements, a paragraph, some words that you write that help you understand why is it that you care about this area of your life? Why is it? What's the purpose of this area? What's the purpose of your love relationship? And here's when you get some profound realizations. After you've thought about the wisdom, after you've thought about your worldview, what you believe, you get to the why. Here you want to spend a bit of time, maybe write something in a bit more detail, because like Nietzsche says, with a clear enough why, almost any how is possible. You can bear almost any how. And we know this to be true by the famous story of Viktor Frankl, who could endure being tortured in concentration camps, and who famously visualized himself teaching the lessons of that torture whilst he was there in the camps. You see, he could bear hardship, he could endure difficult times, he could grow through it because he understood his why. He understood why he was doing what he was doing.
And purpose is made up of 3 things. I say this phrase: self-belief, skill development, and an overwhelming desire to contribute. So if you're facing an important choice, ask yourself, does this relate to me feeling more purposeful? Will going down this path or with this choice, Will this help me build skills that I feel enthusiastic and interested in? Will it help me contribute in ways that I feel really excited by? Notice how I'm using these words, because having a sense of meaning ultimately makes you feel great. Reflect. At the end of every single day, at the end of every week, at the end of every month, it's essential for you to reflect on the different areas of your life, on your mission, on your health, on everything from your finances to how you're interacting with others, and ask yourself, am I moving in the right direction? What am I strong at? What am I weak at? How could I grow? See, high performers, they reflect about 20 minutes more every day compared to people who aren't performing at their best. Hey, and if you need a tool, the tool that I use is the High Performance Planner. Make sure you check it out. It's a phenomenal thing that can help you reflect every day on the direction that you're moving in, whether you are on the right path. If you're facing a big life decision at the moment, does it make sense in the story of your life? A huge realization I had as well, and so many of my clients, they're just on to the next thing, on to the next thing, on to the next thing. They never look back at the story of their life. One of my favorite exercises I did with the group coachees and my one-on-one coachees is called Stories of Value. You go back, you timeline your life from the age of like 5 to 30, and you chart the highs and lows. You ask significant moments. For me, significant moments are my son's developmental challenges, leaving a GP partnership. It's things like watching my father's illnesses and then his death. These are significant moments in my life, and they taught me who I am. It's questioning. And the reason why I say compassionate clarity is, you see, when you question, you come with an air of curiosity over judgment. You're not blaming your current situation. You're not kind of angry at your current situation, because if we do that, if we're too angry and annoyed about what we currently have, well, I think the energy, the attitude that you take on your journey perhaps isn't one of self-love, of growth, of compassion. And this is also how you can burn out. I know a lot of entrepreneurs and change makers struggle with this. So it must always be with this attitude of compassion, a question, what could be in the future? What do I want? Who do I want to become? How do I want to serve others? What makes me successful? These are the questions that must direct your future focus.
What not to do. And this is a really important point. When you start to gain clarity is when you understand what you won't do. Warren Buffett says the difference between someone who's successful and really successful is that someone who's really successful knows how to say no to almost everything. Let's say in your finance or in your mission, then you clearly know the distinctions that are going to help you move towards your goals. And last of all, you want to define what you do want to do. What are the strategies that are going to help you achieve that vision, that are going to help you move forward and be aligned to that wisdom and that worldview. It's been an absolute pleasure to speak to you. I will see you guys next week. Make sure you get in touch and let me know how you're getting on.